What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from Dawson Speak TV and D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the videos on this channel. Much love to those who support this channel by donating. I appreciate it. All that information is in the description box underneath the video. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now let's get into this topic. Alright, thanks for clicking on the video. Now, this video is for educational purposes, and as I approach this topic with respect, I want you all to please be respectful in my comment section. Thanks. Now, this story comes out of Atlanta, and it involves a praise and worship leader. Take a breath. Lord. Anytime there's a pastor, a praise and worship leader, or a musician at the head of the story, you know there's no good thing can come out of it. I tell you, some of these people in the Lord's church think that just because they're on stage or just because they're in the pulpit, that they're heaven sent. Well, over here at Dawson Speaks TV, you're going to get a dose of reality. So let's get into it. A Georgia church leader is facing some serious charges. Brother Marcus Turner, 32 years old, is accused of having inappropriate interactions with a young male that attended his church. Now, Brother Marcus Turner was a role model to many at his church. He was on the praise and worship team. He also was director of operations at the church he attended. Now, according to a former member of that church, she said that Marcus Turner was very close to the senior pastor. As a matter of fact, the pastor called Marcus Turner his son, spiritual son. Brother Marcus Turner was also in charge of baptizing individuals who joined the church that wanted to be baptized. He was a minister that many churchgoers trusted and held in high esteem. However, when allegations came out that Brother Marcus Turner had been living a double life, it surprised everyone in the congregation and many individuals in the community. Now listen to this. According to the arrest warrant, Brother Marcus Turner drove the boy he met at church to both Kennesaw State University campus and to the Frozen Cow Creamery. He took him to the creamery and then to the shopping center off of Cumberland Parkway in Atlanta, where he allegedly had inappropriate interactions with him. Now, a former minister director told the local news station that she believes there are more victims. Man. Fox Atlanta News Channel was able to do a story on this particular situation, and they had short clips of Brother Marcus Turner preaching at his church. So I'm going to let you all watch these videos, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me, I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
A spokesperson for Worship with Wonders tells me that Turner's leadership role as director of operations ended.
That Jesus is real, that Jesus is alive, that Jesus is working on my behalf.
So Marcus Turner, from First Appearances, he's such a friendly, nice guy.
The enemy is wreaking havoc on our schools, our universities. There is no they, them. There is no I think, I wish, maybe, if I want to be there. You're a man or you're a woman. You're a boy or you're a girl. I bind up the spirit of confusion that the enemy has tried to place in the minds of people in this nation. I bind up the spirit of confusion. Now I break it. I curse 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 it.
Wow. All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, first of all, before I start, let me give a shout out to Fox News Atlanta for those clips, and a special shout out to my girl Angelique Proctor, one of the best news anchors to do it in Atlanta. She covered this story, and so did some of the others, so you all can go over to their website and check it out. Also, I want to say to the victims' parents, thank you for going straight to the authorities. They didn't come to social media, to their favorite blogger or vlogger with the V, and say, would you tell my story? No, they meant business. They went straight to the authorities. And I thank you for setting the example for some of these people who just run to social media when you need to run to the authorities. Aight? Now let me say this to Brother Marcus. When you were at church, and you were on that stage and you were hyped up, you were so into it, and you started saying there is no they, them. You're either a man or you're a woman. And you went on to say, I bind the spirit of confusion. I bind the spirit of confusion. Well, sir, let me ask you this. Why didn't you bind the spirit of confusion that had you thinking it was okay for a 32-year-old man to be with the 15-year-old? Take a breath. You gotta talk to me, man. Make it make sense. You're binding everything else. Why didn't you bind that? I'm serious. When you allegedly took him to Kennesaw State University campus, and then you went to the Frozen Cow Creamery, why didn't you bind the spirit of confusion while you were at the creamery? No. You went to the shopping centers off of Cumberland Parkway in Atlanta where, according to the warrant, you had inappropriate interactions with him. Sir, there was no binding of the spirit of confusion at any of those places. You know what? Let me just say this to you men and women who go after these youngins. Stop it. Please just stop it. And especially those of you all who are in religious institutions who, in my opinion, you're just hiding who you really are. You know what you like and you know what you want. And my thing is, this is just me. If you're going to backslide or have an unsanctified slip up, please do it with an adult. Do it with an adult. Leave these youngins alone. Listen to me, Marcus, and to people like you who are in religious institutions. All of that yelling, shouting, singing, dancing, huffing and puffing on stage or in the pulpit, it means nothing, absolutely nothing, if you can't live it when you get out of the church. Remember, you all, you're performing in front of an audience of one. And that's not just for Marcus, that's for all of us. Don't get in front of these church people being performative. Because when situations like this happen, the community and the congregation, they're going to look and they're going to say, well, all that stuff you did on stage and in front of the church and everything you preach, and now you're on the news for this messed up situation, that's what they're going to say. And you all know it's true. They're going to say you were up on the pulpit saying there is no they or them. Either you're a man or either you're a woman. And I break the spirit of confusion. And they're going to wonder, why weren't you honest about your own struggles? The things that you deal with. Why didn't that message help you? You're preaching one thing in church, but when you get outside the church, you're living totally different. And I don't know why. It's not the same thing, but it's similar when Pastor Dwayne Dawkins, you all remember Pastor Dwayne Dawkins, married father of 3, his beautiful wife right there. You remember how he preached one thing, but he was living a double life. How he preached against gays.
There may be homosexuals and lesbianism in your family line, but it's not normal.
And then, a year or so later, you have a video that surfaced on Twitter with him with a man from OnlyFans. A lot of these people are preaching so hard on things that they are not so-called totally delivered from themselves. And you're trying to beat it out of everyone else because you can't beat it out of you. And you all remember that situation with Pastor Dwayne Dawkins. It ruined his reputation and his church because people were like, how can you preach against gays, but you're on a video having adult interaction with a man from OnlyFans? Now I'm done with this. You all keep the victim in this situation in your prayers. And even though I know God's grace is sufficient, yes it is, we still have to obey the laws of the land. And when we violate those laws, there are consequences for doing so. Now get down in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this video. Please thumbs up the video, share the video with family and friends. Thank you those who support this channel, who say, Dawson, you bless me, I'm gonna bless you back. I appreciate it so much and I love you. Y'all, please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of them kids, but also take care of yourself and each other. Peace.